Santa Clara, California, Levi Stadium will be the place where the San Francisco 49ers take on the Dallas Cowboys. Two top-tier quarterbacks duel today to continue this non-divisional NFC rivalry.
The San Francisco 49ers showed up on the road Monday night, and they are back here with a win and their home crowd today.
Back to business as usual, as you so eloquently put last week, Frank. The 49ers look like they are back and they are ready for this home game against the Cowboys.
Some games create special circumstances and great matchups on both sides of the ball. I think the Kansas Comet, Gale could have a big impact today on the ground. He is so fast, and his vision should allow him to navigate through that Dallas defense.
Montana seems to have no trouble throwing the ball against any defense. How do you stop an offense that has it all, Frank?
Let them beat themselves. Cause them to make a mistake. In order for that to happen, you got to get pressure on Montana without wearing your defense down too much, so they still have enough left in the tank to stop safe.
The Dallas Cowboys tight end Randy Poffo was the most talked about player all week long after his unreal stats after only 2 games.
When you have a unique player with an out-of-the-norm size at a certain position, it creates never-before-seen mismatches. Opposing defenses have not yet found a way to stop or even slow this guy down.
Emmitt Smith will take on a defense here in a hostile environment. Now the 49ers defense is not shutting anyone down completely, but they have limited big gainers, especially up the middle. The media and experts have hyped this game up all week, and yet they still favor the 49ers. Is there a way Dallas wins here today, Frank?
If they can stop the run and they don't turn the ball over, they can win this game. The Cowboys can't afford to make many mistakes in this game. The 49ers rarely have turnovers, and 95% of their drives result in points on the board.
He left his home in Georgia and got drafted to the Frisco Bay, and now he is a part of the faithful here in 49er country. Otis Redding, a shutdown corner who had an amazing interception last week on Monday night. He will be blanketing newly acquired wideout Josh the Flash Gordon.
Flash will struggle a little bit today with that. This is only his second game as a Dallas Cowboy. Redding does not give up many plays, and even when it's one-on-one, quarterbacks are taking a risk anytime they throw the ball in Otis Redding's direction.
Crowd amped up here. The faithful to the Bay are ready to see their 49ers play at home for the first time this season. What a matchup today. You don't want to miss it. We will send it down to the field as we are moments away from kickoff. See you at halftime. Enjoy this one.
Today, from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi Stadium. Noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football.
A defensive showing here for both of these teams. A tie game at the half here in Levi's Stadium. Normally these two teams are back and forth down the field. Lots of big plays. Not the case here today, Frank.
Lots of hype leading up to this game. Seems these two teams respect each other, and they know the outcome of this game means a little more with so much interest from the media and the fans.
A pair of field goals to start this game. Very uncharacteristic of this high-powered, some call them the unstoppable offense in the 49ers, Frank.
Well, when you take a look at those Dallas defenders, you have to realize they're stacked. Montana rarely turns the ball over and goes to the open receivers most of the time. He spreads the ball out well, doesn't focus on one or two guys on his offense.
Ezekiel Elliott had a monster run that looked like the second coming of beast mode today. Curious, Dallas re-signed him after drafting Emmitt Smith, and after seeing that run, it looks like Coach McCarthy and his GM made the right choice, Frank.
Always better to have a two-bag system in this league if you can afford it at the salary cap. Every season and in almost every game, a player will tweak something or not be 100% healthy from the week before. Having a second runner come in to relieve that is a huge asset.
On the other side, the Niners kept Roger Craig after drafting Gale Sayers. Similar moves this offseason by both of these teams. Roger Craig continues to be a huge asset in San Francisco. Similar wise moves this offseason by both of these teams.
These two teams are very similar when you dive deep into their rosters. That makes for a great game on the field, and we are seeing that today.
Game tied at 14. The Cowboys will receive the second half kickoff, which is where we will send you now. They don't get any closer than an ending like the one we just witnessed here at Levi's Stadium today, Frank.
What a game, right down to the last play. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shade thrown at Dak Prescott after not getting his team to the line fast enough to get another attempt at punching that ball in the end zone.
I think many of the Dallas players as well as 49ers were thinking the booth was going to review that Johnston run, so they lost a few precious seconds there. Why not just kick the field goal and force overtime, Frank?
Simple. History. They've been on the losing side of overtime games 2 weeks in a row, several last season, and now in their first 2 this year. Dallas was up by 4 in this game until the Niners scored with 47 ticks left on the clock. They could have taken that field goal, but they wanted the win. I was so glad they decided to go for it on 4th, and a bit shocked when the Niners stopped them.
Yeah, a little confusion there. The booth didn't review the Randy Poffo catch either, and then the Johnston run doesn't get a review. As we take a look at that goal line, you can see Zach Martin either lets the defender by or risks getting called for a hold. Taking a look from another angle here, Johnston's arm gets held back by Goodson's left knee. It's just so close. He is literally inches away, maybe 1 inch or 2 away from getting that ball over the plane. The Niners get the win here. What a game and what a finish, Frank.
Dallas has had 3 games which they have barely lost. Probably starting to think, what's it going to take to get over the hump and win a game this season? This is a great football team. They have to focus on their next game, which is on the road in Chicago next week.
The 49ers very impressive so far this season and really could be undefeated if not for the onside kick they couldn't recover. They will be in Carolina to take on Tupac Shakur and the Panthers next week. I'm looking forward to seeing how Montana handles that juggernaut Panther defense on their home turf, Frank.
Both teams 2-1. 49ers offense is great on the road, and the Panthers are at their best at home. Phenomenal matchup next week.
That is a wrap from us here in Santa Clara, California. We hope you enjoyed the game today and look forward to seeing you again in the MaddenVerse real soon. From myself, Frank, and the rest of the crew, we bid you all adieu. So long from Silicon Valley.